Assalamualaikum everyone, I am your presenter Rafia Saeed and in this video we will talk about X-ray diffraction. First of all, introduction. X-rays was discovered by William Röntgen, who called them X-rays because the nature at first was unknown. So X-rays also called Röntgen rays. X-rays diffraction in crystals was discovered by Max von Leu. The wavelength range is 10 to 7 to about 10 to 15 meter. What are X-rays? X-rays are short wavelength electromagnetic radiations produced by the declaration of high energy electrons or by electronic transition of electrons in the inner orbitals of atoms. X-ray region is 0.1 to 100 angstroms and its analytical purpose used is 0.7 to 2 angstrom. Types of X-rays. The penetrating power of X-ray depend upon energy. There are two types of X-rays, hard X-rays and soft X-rays. Hard X-rays has high frequency and more energy, while soft X-rays have low frequency and low energy. X-ray diffraction. Scattering of X-rays by the atoms of crystals that produce an interference effect so that the diffraction pattern gives information on the structure of the crystals or the identity of a crystalline substance. For example, the most famous example of X-ray diffraction is the discovery of double helical structure of DNA in 1953 by J. Watson and F. Crick and Morris. Next, we will talk about the principle of X-ray diffraction. X-ray diffraction is based on the constructive interference of monochromatic X-rays and a crystalline sample. These X-rays are generated by a cathode ray tube and filtered to produce monochromatic radiation collimated to concentrate and directed toward the sample. The interaction of incident ray with the sample produces constructive interference when conditions satisfy Bragg's law. If we talk about instrumentation, and then we have production of X-rays. We can say that X-ray source, collimator and detector that detect the beams. The mechanism of X-ray diffraction starts with the production of X-rays from an X-ray source. X-rays are generated when high velocity electrons impinge on a metal target. Approximately 1% of the total energy of electron beam is converted into X radiations, यानी X-rays, the remainder being dissipated as heat. Many types of X-rays, X-ray tubes are available which are used for producing X-rays. In this picture, we can clearly see the production of X-rays along with the electrons from tungsten filament or tungsten target. After the production of X-rays, we have collimator, a device for changing the diverging light or other radiations from a point source into a parallel beam. A collimator may consist of a curved mirror or lens with some type of light source at its focus. This can be used to replicate a target focused at infinity with little or parallax. Lastly, we have detector. X-ray detector convert the photon energy into electrical signal and the energy transported by the radiation is converted into the form that can be recognized visually or electronically. Three types of X-ray detectors are used. First one is gas field detector and second is scintillation detector and third semiconductor detectors. In this picture we can see that X-ray beam by passing through the sample strike on detector plate and this detector plate cause the detector to form a diffractogram. So how X-ray diffraction can be used for different processes or it may have many different type of applications. Firstly, it is used in thin layer and thin film analysis, then sample texture evaluation, monitoring of crystalline phase and structure, investigation of sample stress and strain.